That's what a zygote sounds like! Fuck that kid when it's out of the womb. Once they're out of the womb, fuck them.
You stole that flag. Give that back to me.
No, it's my flag. No, it's mine. It's my flag. It's mine. I want to control women.
You stole the flag.
I'm at the March for Life in Washington, D.C. It's an anti-abortion march. Now, I thought I would come here and try to have a friendly conversation. That's the sound of a 6-week-old fetus. That's what a zygote sounds like! Listen to it, kids!
That's why the pro-choicers don't want women having the ultrasound.
Look, someone left this behind. Here, oh my God. Someone left it behind. Fuck that kid when it's out of the womb. White Rose, yeah. It's based on the Holocaust, I think. It's kind of a weird appropriation of the Holocaust. Yeah! Fuck those kids! Save the fetus! Cut Medicaid! Cut the SNAP program! Fuck these kids! Once they're out of the womb, fuck them! Abortion!
Evil.
Abortion!
It's Satan's sacrifice.
Yes! Let's control some women! What? I know, I'm with you guys. I want to control women.
You stole that flag. Give that back to me.
No, it's my flag. No, it's mine. It's my flag. It's mine. It's my. I'm part of I want to control women.
You stole the flag.
Oh, wait, what are you talking about? I want to start controlling women. No, the White Rose. It's like it's how we appropriate the Holocaust. You know what? Wait, who's the virgin? Thanks for showing up today. We're gonna control women. You know, we're gonna repeal the 19th Amendment. Trump's your president now. Once the kid's born, fuck him. All right, we're getting rid of SNAP benefits. All right, women aren't gonna have the right to vote. This is about controlling women. All right, we are here to control women. All right, how you doing? Ah, yeah. Dude, we controlled some women today. Yeah! Let's control women! Let's repeal the 19th Amendment! Donald Trump! How you doing? We hate women. You know what they say? Oh, let the states decide. I think we should take it even further. We should let all the women in each of those states decide. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Who wants to repeal the 19th? Yeah. Repeal the 19th. Show us your sign. It says make more babies. Yes. Force women to make more babies. All right. If someone gets raped by their father, fucking make them carry it to term. We got to get our numbers up. Everyone needs to fuck and have kids. Sounds like you hate the nuclear family. Yeah. We really need to repeal the 19th Amendment.
It's too much responsibility.
You know what?
I can't be trusted to make decisions. Look at me.
Good. Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on half the time. I need a strong Christian man. Oh,
You're just so.
I just need a strong Christian man to tell me what to do.
Once you have a baby.
I'll finally feel joy for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Can't stop at one though. I need to have at least 15 babies.
Otherwise, you hate America. Your vagina is a clown car.
It is. For babies. For anything else is ungodly.
Yeah. Live Action. They're a great group. So they're the ones that were saying that Pittsburgh is being powered by like burning dead babies. Yeah, Live Action. It's a great group. Death is not welcome here. What cinematic universe would this flag belong to?
Marvel?
You hear that, Thanos? Death is not welcome here. Yeah. Yeah, Thanos is a fucking idiot. Thanos is like, well, you know, there's all types of sustainability. It's just like, no, let me just have the population. And in a few years, the population will go back to its rate anyway.
Also, the whole problem is that there's not enough resources in the universe. So it's like, why not just, instead of killing half the population, just double the amount of resources?
Yeah, like he gets an Infinity Stones. He could.
You could just.
There's so much he could do.
Shit.
Yeah, just make more things. He's like, nah, I kind of want to kill everyone. The comic book explains it more because he actually like was trying to have sex with death.
Yeah.
There's more abortions now that we overturned Roe v. Wade. Anti-abortion movement is just like a big psyop. Abortion, abortion, abortion. Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Abortion! Abortion.
Just muttering to yourself like
Abortion.
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 I'm like, abortion. Abortion. Women making their own decisions. Ugh. When you go to an anti-abortion rally and you have to make sure that you put away the flag properly. So we put it, I think I need to fold it up.
Are you from this side?
I'm aborting the flag. I'm aborting it. The flag
This
is...
is your fetus at 6 weeks.
At the end of every march, it's important that you responsibly dispose of your forced birther flags. Yeah, there we go.
We did it. We stopped abortion.
Did you know Trump put a worldwide ban on abortion? Let me explain. There's something called the global gag rule, aka the Mexico City rule. Thanks to Ground News, you can see that. The left and center are talking about how Trump is reviving his anti-abortion policies and rescinding federal funds guidance for abortion. While the right, on the other hand, is focusing on the praise that Trump is getting and boasting that Biden's radical abortion agenda has taken a huge hit from President Trump. This is a story that has been drowned out by Trump's flood the zone strategy. The news has been incredibly overwhelming the past few weeks, and it's going to continue that way for the next 4 years. That's why it's important to have a tool like Ground News. With their website and app, you have instant access to multiple perspectives, helping you to understand not just what is happening, but who is telling the story and why. Ground News shows you each source's political bias, their factuality, and who owns the publication, making it easier to spot bias and media manipulation. So if you want to see all sides to every story on US politics and more, go to groundnews.com/gotit or by clicking the link in the description. So remember, go to groundnews.com/gotit. You were conceived and raped?
Yes, I was.
And your mother, she made the choice?
This was back in 1957. So abortion was, of course, illegal.
Not a baby. Will be someday. Not right now. This, okay, week 2, still no. Week 3, no. Week 4, still no. This is not a human life, everyone. This is literally just a clump of cells.
If a human being cannot survive outside the womb and they will die in, let's say, 2 minutes or so, or let's say an hour or so, can I shoot that baby in the head while it's still alive before it dies naturally?
Talking about this right
Yeah, that's
here.
a human being, yeah.
So
that is a
you
biological
can
human being.
you can do
That is a
whatever
whole organism.
you can. So for this, I honestly don't.
Are human rights defined by how long we can survive outside the womb?
If an egg can go in the freezer
Yeah.
and be
It's still a human
preserved-
being. It's fully human being. That doesn't prove anything.
No, but that's the difference. So if I put a baby in the freezer, it's gonna die.
That's
I'm
because
not
they're-
gonna put
yeah,
a baby
because
in
they're
the
in different
freezer.
stages of life. That doesn't. That
No,
right there.
that
That is a
does-
whole human organism with human DNA, right?
Your hair
Yeah, of
has
course.
human DNA. There's hair
But
follicles.
they're not whole organisms. They're only a part of an organism.
That's-
that right
that's
there
not
is
a whole organism.
That is a
It's not a whole-
zygote.
It is a literal clump of cells.
We are all
I'm
clump of
actually
cells.
glad.
Every living organism clump of cells. We have to define
Yeah,
what kind of clump of cells. we're
what?
talking about. What kind of clump of cells are you referring to?
Well, so basically, we agree that life is on a spectrum. I don't think it's worth to take away a woman's right to choose over
what?
something.
Choose what?
Choose to terminate pregnancy.
The human being.
They haven't proved that.
You don't have to prove it. It's a human being. It's
No, there's
biologically
no
a whole
proof of
organism
that. There's
with
actually
human
no.
DNA.
There's no
Therefore,
proof of that.
It is a yes. That's just there. There is. There is.
What's the proof?
The
What's
proof is that it's a biological human organism. Human beings are given rights simply because they are human beings, right? And because we are
It's not a
part of the
human
human
being,
species.
though.
Yes, it is. It's a whole organism with
So
human
if you
DNA.
go, if you
therefore
go to
it's
the
a human
one,
being.
if you go towards the
human
end,
organism.
the one in the end, that's closer to a human being.
Okay,
This
so when
not
do
a
you think they
human.
become a human being?
What?
When do you think they become a human being?
I think once we're at like the 7 month of gestation, it gets a little dicey, right? Like that's not a casual, capricious decision to terminate a
get dicey?
pregnancy. What's a reversal?
There's
What's-
a reversal of abortion when a woman takes the initial abortion pill. If they regret it instantly, which they often do, there's a pill that they can take to reverse that by, I think it's a flood of progesterone that reverses the presence of the hormone that causes the abortion.
Are you familiar with the global gag rule?
The what?
Global gag rule.
Tell me about it.
There's this flippening that happens every time there's a Democrat or a Republican president. Are you familiar with the global gag rule?
No, I'm not. No.
Are you aware of what's called the global gag rule? Are you familiar with the global gag rule?
No, actually.
It's kind of this flippening that happens every time there's a Republican versus Democrat president. Democrat president comes in, removes the global gag rule, and now foreign money that goes to other countries, developing nations, they can have reproductive care, abortion care,
Okay.
all of that. A Republican president comes in, and then that gets removed. The global gag rules, when a Republican president comes in, they remove any foreign aid to any country. Donald Trump has vowed to expand the global gag rule to just mean any aid that a country gets. So like Ethiopia, 75% of its healthcare infrastructure is from America. If they offer any type of abortion services in that country, he's going to cut off all aid completely. So normally it's in regards to family planning, and it's a very narrow thing where, money going into family planning will get pulled from a foreign country if there is abortion access. Trump is what he did it in his first term. He's trying to do it now, where he wants to expand it. So basically, any funding, any money that's going to any foreign country, like whether it's for malaria, will be pulled. So it's effectively a worldwide ban on abortion. How do you feel about that?
I would support that because I do believe that that child in the womb has inherent value.
Normally, it was very small in scope. Whenever there was a Republican president, any family planning, foreign aid would be cut off if they offered abortion care. Now, Donald Trump has promised to end all foreign aid to any country if there is anything like a Planned Parenthood or any type of abortion services at all, like countries that get malaria funding and stuff like that. So he's doing a worldwide ban on abortion.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this?
I feel amazing. And I feel like a lot of the Christians who didn't want to vote for him or didn't want to vote at all because he's not pro-life enough or he's not 100% this.
Wait, pro-life people didn't vote for him because he wasn't pro-life enough? Stop. What?
They wouldn't vote at all because Jesus wasn't on the ballot. So
Yeah, I've never seen that.
yeah, there's a lot of Christians in my own hometown and just people in the church that, they see politics and they don't really want anything to do with it.
So you believe in the separation of church and state?
I don't. I think that the church should be on the front lines of the state
Why?
because that's what our founders wanted and that's why they founded our country the way that they did.
That's kind of a big thing in their
It was
constitution.
a big thing in the
They
Constitution.
said a lot. My issue is, right now there's people that have died because they haven't had access to this. They're in states, they have a miscarriage, something goes wrong. They need this fetus taken out. They can't get access. The doctors cannot do anything for them. They're dying in the parking lot of a hospital. I spoke to someone that already had 2 kids. They were pregnant with a third, and the doctor said, it's not going to go well for you. And they were early enough where it was okay, this is a very hard decision to make. What about I have 2 kids that are alive? I have this fetus in my womb. What do I do? I could roll the dice, but if I die, I'm a single mother with 2 kids.
Yeah, I hate for her to be in that position, certainly. But if you don't mind, I'd like to go back to that. You said that there's women who they need the child removed.
Yeah, they need the fetus removed.
Is that because it's the fetus has died? Is that what you were saying?
There's complications, and the fetus is dead, or there's instances, ectopic pregnancies. There's all types of medical issues that we could go into that someone that's actually a doctor could list out. Honestly, you and I could probably agree on one thing, whereas childbirth in itself is a miracle.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The amount of complications that someone has to go through and to carry it to viability is. I'm surprised anyone gets born at all.
If you understand fully the nature of the sexual act, then if you know what the consequences are, you got to live with consequences, right? If I choose that I'm going to take this way to work versus this way, I have to live with the consequence that maybe if I take this way, maybe I run into a car accident or something, right?
Now that Donald Trump has won the election, would you like to see a national abortion ban?
It'd be very difficult to achieve. because even Trump seems to be the guy who's like, well, Roe v. Wade's gone, so it's a states' right issue. It would take a lot of movement in Congress for it to get going. I'm sure if it crossed his desk, he probably would sign it. Might even require something like a constitutional amendment, but we'll see.
For you, it's just a logistical thing.
Yeah, it's a logical thing. If it could happen, I'd support.
Who's Lauren Handy?
Do you know her?
I don't.
She got freed yesterday.
Oh, is Trump pardoned her?
Yeah, Trump pardoned her. So.
No, wait. I actually don't know anything about it. All I know is the other people
Yeah,
that he
there.
got.
Oh yeah, the Trump. Apparently, you're gonna have to read the news because I just learned about it. And
Okay.
you see, that's why I wrote the deed. But anyway, she she would enter abortion clinics with a rose and phone numbers. About to allow these women another choice, right? A peaceful protest, and her and a lot of her fellow protesters were arrested.
And then Trump, that was one of the first things he did.
Yeah, it's separate from the 1,500 that were.
Oh no, that's
That's a different part
that's
of it.
J6.
Yes, right. So separate from the J6, I guess.
There's the conversation that pro-life people don't care about the baby once it's born. There are a bunch of people that believe that. But I wanted to find the people that don't believe that. We have a petition here to support universal school lunch and universal child care. We just think people should have access to this, and we thought the best place to get signatures for this petition are the March for Life. This is the place where everyone cares about life. Would you like to sign the petition?
I don't really appreciate being ambushed on camera, but I do know that there are a ton of people down there that would definitely be willing to sign.
No, I actually don't believe that schools should be providing kids lunch. I think it's up to the individual and the parents.
Universal school lunch and universal child care. And we're trying to get people to sign to show that, we care about babies when they're out of the womb. Would you like to sign the petition?
Like Vance said, I'd have to look it up.
Are you interested in signing it?
I'd rather read about it first.
Pre-K and school lunch. That's it. Nothing crazy. Nothing radical.
We're just trying to show that it's universal school lunch is bipartisan and that universal pre-K is bipartisan. Very divided country, but we want to show the public that there's some unity there.
If the big hand of government gets involved, they tend to manipulate preconditions that I would necessarily not support.
We have a petition for universal school lunch. We have another petition for universal child care. We wanted to show that this is a group that cares about children. Are you interested in signing the petition?
We're trying to meet the rest of our group.
Oh, you got to get to your group. Oh, okay.
I appreciate.
It's a petition for universal school lunch and universal child care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody signed it yet?
Nobody signed it yet. You were the first person.
Why?
Congratulations. So you're the first signature of the day. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Donald Trump.
You think Donald Trump is going to support universal child care, universal school
I mean,
lunches?
listen,
Why not?
if enough of his constituency pushes for that, I feel like that could be something that's like bipartisan.
We want them to be born, and we want them to be happy in school and get fed.
Yeah.
I always had a hot meal.
Yeah. Thank you for that. You can say yes or you can say no.
I'm going to say no, but I'm going to explain why, because I don't want to be like, I don't care about kids. I believe in trying to make change in society and culture so where we can have that happen and it's not something the government has to provide.
So we're doing a petition for universal school lunch and universal child care.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to sign this petition?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone should live abundantly, right? Like, it's not, I'm not just for like, yes, child born, and therefore, good luck, fend for yourself. No, like everyone should have a chance to live abundantly, right? To what extent is up to the law, of course.
But you know what I think the problem is?
Yeah.
The politicians that are representing the pro-life movement don't think that.
No, they don't.
No,
they
they
do
don't.
not. They don't.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you for
me.
saying that. Universal school lunch to feed children and universal child care to make sure.
Funded by individual states or by the federal government?
That's a valid question. What's your personal opinion on that?
So I know in Maryland, especially during COVID, they had free lunches and all that. And I noticed, especially even myself, we abused that ability. We would go in and get multiple lunches, all that. So there would have to be a form of either
means testing.
Yeah, means testing, or whether it be like more regulation on like who gets food, how much food. But we also need to look at the economics. So like in Maryland, if you're within a certain economic bracket, you're eligible for free lunches. Because if there's kids who don't need it, why burden the taxpayer with a kid who can his family can absolutely, take care of him.
So if I'm telling you that this is for people that need it, you would sign it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What?
1,000%. I mean, I actually want to be a teacher once I graduate college, and signing this means that every student, every kid, every child out there, no matter what age they are, no matter where they are financially with their family or anything like that, that we're going to be able to help them. So of course I would sign that.
Perfect. There you go. We're trying to create a movement where everyone gets fed.
How would that work?
It's there's people smarter than myself that can explain that in a more better. But you know what? I'm trying to show that there's bipartisan support for this. Because people say that the pro-life movement doesn't care about the child once it's born. Some people think that way, but I wanted to show that not everyone thinks that way. Okay. Would you sign this petition? Yeah, sure. Okay.
There you go.
Awesome. Oh, wait, very cool. We've got 4 signatures. First, to provide children with free access to health care, school lunch, child care, universal school lunch, and universal child care. And since this is the March for Life, and it's very focused on kids, I thought the best place to get signatures would be the March for Life. Would you like to sign this petition?
What kind of school lunch? Like just making sure that they have funding for that?
Yes, it is to show, I'm trying to show that there is bipartisan support for this.
Right.
And that this is something that goes beyond just like a red or blue thing, that most people agree with it.
Right.
For, making sure that every child is fed in this country, that every child is educated, that mothers can go to work and not have to worry about child care. I feel like our politicians, they get to divide us on these issues like abortion. A good amount of people here actually think that we should feed children. The politicians representing the pro-life movement don't think that every child should get fed. And I wanted to show that. It's a very complicated issue that I'm trying to show. Some of the people here would not sign this petition. I only have 7 signatures here. These people do exist. I also wanted to show that there are a good number of people that don't care about the child once it's out of the womb. Usually Patriot Front just runs in and out of things. They're just chilling here.
They're literally just handing out flyers to folks.
Yeah, and the people at this march are totally fine.
No one is fazed.
No one is fazed by Patriot Front being here. Sure. How you doing? I'm just here today asking, what's it like being a virgin?
Pretty rad.
Yeah. What's your body count?
I'm a father.
Yeah.
Proud father. Yep. We have a website, patriotfront.us.
Oh, I've heard of Patriot Front. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a group of incels.
Yep.
What's it like being a incel virgin?
I wouldn't know, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
What's your body count?
Doesn't matter.
Normally Patriot Front marches and then they dip. Now they're not dipping anymore. They're just they're comfy. I can't get over this. Patriot Front's just hanging out. What's it like being an incel?
I'm married with children, so it doesn't apply.
You can be an incel and be married with children. What's it like being an incel?
No comment.
No comment?
Strong families make strong men.
Do you want to save and talk to Thomas Rousseau?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just asking what's it like being an incel?
Don't answer questions, sir. Talk to Thomas Rousseau.
Who are we reclaiming it from?
You.
You? Okay. Defend American labor. That I actually. We want lives of honesty. We are all offered by the politicians, corporations.
Different. They're all different. I want to defend Americans.
If it was just about this, that actually would be fine. We'd be cooking. It's not. It's about much more than this, and that's the problem. What's your body count?
Excuse me?
What's your body count?
Are you talking about intercourse?
Yes.
My wife.
Okay.
My wife.
Yeah.
Her.
What's the message?
Strong family, strong nation.
That's it. There's nothing else. If I look up Patriot Front, there's nothing else.
I guess it depends on where you look, sir.
You can check the website out. All the information you need is all on our website.
Absolutely. Yes.
I actually looked at that. Honestly, I don't. If it was just that, that would be amazing. But I have one of those. I read that. If it was just that, I'd think, okay, we're cooking. Patriot Front's just here with all the other forced birthers. Usually they march really quickly and then dip. They're just hanging out. Trump's the president. I looked at the flyer.
Okay, you got one of the flyers.
I got one of the flyers. The flyer about labor.
Okay.
And
Defend American labor. Yep.
okay, so we're starting with labor, anti-corporate. Oh, you're pro-labor, you're pro-union.
I think it is perfectly acceptable for workers to negotiate collectively, but at the same time, I don't think the government should be run by unions. I'm not a Marxist. I'm not a communist.
Here's a question. It's a hypothetical scenario.
We love hypotheticals.
Let's say you're on the picket line. You're trying to get a labor contract for your job. You're picketing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
The rest of the employees that you need to join you on the labor line are
black,
trans, LGBTQ.
They're all of it. Oh my God. There's so many diversity points in
LGBTQ,
this
communist. I mean, what? Let's. I can keep going.
Every other one of my coworkers is a black, gay, communist, tranny.
No, only the ones that want to join you on the picket line.
Only the ones that want to join me on the picket line. I must have done something terribly wrong in that case. See, this situation has already gone wrong. Diversity is used to break up the solidarity of workers. Those companies know that diversity is a destabilizing factor.
How is that a destabilizing factor?
Because again, it's harder for people to unify.
It's harder for them to unify if there's black people and Asian people that would come on. I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
So the thesis is segregation.
America was founded as a country by and for a certain group of people that is pertained and designed for that type of
Yeah, but they.
You can say, but things have changed now and things are different. Yes, things have gotten worse and I want them to get better.
You're saying it's because of diversity.
I believe our conversation has reached its terminus. I need to talk to some other people. You have a wonderful day, sir.
So after 1 to 2 minutes, we've ascertained that this is bullshit. They don't want to defend American labor. They stand for segregation. Really quick, I forgot to ask you, what is it like being an incel and a virgin?
I wouldn't know.
What's your body count?
I'm not here to discuss personal matters of my life. I think that's irrelevant.
So 0.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to make assumptions about my personal life. I think this is strange.
I mean, you're wearing a Patriot Front outfit, so.
I've been to other pro-life marches where you and I have spoke, so I know you're here a lot, right? Obviously, you and I don't agree on anything, but
white supremacy is bad. This idea that we can, on the National Mall, see the fascist symbol on the American flag over here, and then you look down there and you see the guys in the red hats, and then you realize, oh my God, it's the same people. That's it.
So being a guy who comes to pro-life marches all the time, how do you feel about them being at your march?
I don't think we should welcome fascism into a modern American society, and I think it speaks a lot about the motives of the people at the top of this movement who would rather, be comfortable with their big billionaire donors from the Republican Party than stand up for the truth. So as someone who comes at this from the left, I can only say that this is one of the most disgraceful things I've ever seen, and the fact that there's so many of them also should tell you something as well. I'm out here in DC a lot. I organize also for Palestine. We never deal with this kind of thing except when the MAGA people are here. This is not an issue. DC is a completely blue city, 92%.
Until it's a MAGA march or pro-life march.
Until this past week, our
actually, I think this is the first pro-life march personally I've seen them at.
The connection between over there and over here, don't miss it, because it's there. You have people like Seth Gruber, who looked me dead in the face and said, "You are a parasite to the movement." Same guy. He's now speaking down here saying that women should be killed for having abortions, and I think that's absolutely shameful.